Welcome to Wellywood Wargaming, where the grim dark never sleeps. Crack open a bottle of Wild Snake and spark up a low stick as we take a journey down under Hive.
Howdy Hive Scum, and welcome back to another episode in my Necromunda Alliance series. In today's lesson we're going to be looking at the Guild of Coin. These guys are one of the 6 guilds available. So far we've only touched on one of them, and that was the Corpse Guild. Now we're going to be looking at the Guild of Coin. These guys are really cool. There are no official Games Workshop miniatures for these guys, but my good friend Cody, as you can see in these pictures here, has made up some awesome kit bashes with great paint jobs here as well. So I'll be displaying those for you here today. Please go check his Instagram out as well. Now you can find the full rules for the Guild of Coin in the House of Iron book on page 76, by the way. So if you've got the Orlok book, they are in there. The reason for that is they have a strong alliance with House Orlok. So these guys are strongly allied to House Orlok, meaning that the first time you test your alliance with this alliance, you do not have to worry about anything. You basically just get the disquiet rule, which means that nothing happens on the first instance that you test the alliance. Like every alliance in Necromunda, there is a benefit and a drawback, or several in most cases. With the Guild of Coin, some of the benefits are as follows. The first one is tollways. This is quite interesting. Should you get any rewards from playing a scenario, win or lose or draw, by the way, you get an extra D6 times 10 credits. This is fantastic in Dominion campaigns. Just having extra money is awesome. It means that you don't have to take Fixer on a champion or something like that as well. If you really want more income, this is how to get it. You get an extra D6 times 10 to spend. You know, an average of like 30 credits most games is pretty damn good, so not to be sniffed at. The next one is Toll Collectors, and it reads as follows. While a gang is allied to the Guild of Coin in the pre-battle sequence, you get to roll a D6 and add your current reputation. If the total is 11 or below, the Guild of Coin deigns to aid their allies on the battlefield, and you get to field the actual Guild of Coin models as well. If not though, if it's 12 or more, these guys will not help you at all and decide that you can cope it alone. So it's a little bit different to some of the alliances. These guys only turn up with an actual dice roll. So you do have to have fairly low rep to be able to field these guys, but in most instances, you're only going to have an alliance when you've got low rep anyway. When your rep is too high, you won't be able to sustain the alliance or even enter into an alliance too. So again, this is slightly different to some alliances, but yeah, you've got to roll the D6 and get 11 or below to be able to field these guys. But now for the drawbacks. The first drawback here is guard duty. During any pre-battle sequence, if the gang has the option of choosing the scenario to be played, roll a D6. On a 1, 2, or 3, the gang must choose looters, smash and grab, or caravan heist or escort mission, and take the role of the defender. And on a 4+, they can choose any scenario as normal. Alternatively, instead of making this role, the gang can choose to play any scenario, but if they do, they must test the alliance. This is a little bit outdated, if I'm honest. I think that alliances need to be looked at in terms of not just the stats and stuff, but how they work in campaigns. Most of these scenarios are like scenarios that you would have played back in the day a few years ago when you didn't have as much choice on scenarios. Now, of course, we have hundreds of scenarios, so just playing those ones makes your games very limited indeed. So maybe as an arbitrator, you could extend this to several more scenarios to make it a little bit nicer, I suppose. The next drawback is collecting tolls. So during the post-battle sequence, if the gang gained any credits as a scenario reward, the gang must give up a portion to their guild allies. So the gang must give D3 times 10 credits to the guild. If the amount rolled is greater than the amount gained, the gang must give the full amount gained to their allies, and the alliance is automatically tested as well. Alternatively, the gang can choose to keep all its rewards, but you must test the alliance. So you get an extra D6 times 10 credits at the end of the game for playing a scenario if you have any other winnings, but you also have to give D3 times 10 back. It's a fair trade, really. Most of the time, you're going to be getting more than you're going to be putting out, so that's worth thinking about. But it does take the edge off a little bit with that D6 times 10 credits that you get. In some cases, you might get only 10 credits extra, but you have to give maybe 30 credits to the Guild of Coin. It's not usually a problem though, because there will be other winnings in most scenarios too, not just the D6 that you get in this instance. Now for the Toll Collectors. These guys are really awesome. Again, no official miniatures for these guys, but you could easily kit bash something up from the available Necromunda models, Warhammer 40k models, or even Age of Sigmar, stuff like that as well, as Cody's done in these pictures. They look flipping awesome if you ask me. Really thematic and nice here. You get a Master of Coin in the party, as well as 1 Skinflint and 2 Grovellers. They also have a unique special rule here as well, which again only works in certain scenarios, but highways and byways. Before the battle, you get to take a leadership check on the Master of Coin. If you pass, you get to play ambush scenario, and if you fail, you just pick the scenario as normal, basically. So interesting. You also get to play trap as well. So ambush or trap, and you're the attacker in that one. So you don't get any sort of in-game effects. It just means that you can pick a scenario that is actually quite a bit more favorable to you. So not bad at all there, really, especially when your leadership is a 6+. Also, they are here to help as well, and this is similar with most of the alliances here. Unlike other fighters, toll collectors are not counted during the choose crew step. They are additional to this. Instead, at the end of the step, these fighters may, and in some cases must, be added to the crew, regardless of the crew selection method used. Also, this may take the number of fighters in the starting crew above the specified scenario as well. So these guys are extra, they're free. Nice to have 4 fighters here. So let's have a look at the actual fighter profiles now. Now, the Master of Coin is the leader of this little crew of 4 here. He gets group activation 2 and the toll collector's hierarchy leader special rules as well. So he counts as a leader for all intents and purposes here as well. His stats are movement 5, weapon skill, ballistic skill 4+, strength toughness 3 and 2 wounds. He gets initiative 3+ and only 1 attack, with leadership 6+, as we mentioned earlier, 5+ cool though, which is great, 7+ willpower and intelligence 5+. So decent mental stats, pretty average on everything else except for the 2 wounds, initiative 3 up there. He's got a las pistol, a power knife, and a compact auto pistol gun skull. So the gun skull is a piece of war gear, and it's pretty damn cool. We also get the Escape Artist and Overseer skills. You'll notice that in most alliances, Overseer is a common occurrence among the leaders. That only extends to the 4 fighters that he's with, or the 3 that are actually with him. So you can only use Overseer on these guys, not your actual gang. He also comes with a Displacer Field, which is a fantastic piece of field armor. It's a 4+ invuln save, and it bounces you around like a piece of popcorn. So depending on the strength of the attack, you bounce further away. I absolutely love Displacer Fields. They are really, really awesome in the game. Then we have the champion of this party. He's known as the Skinflint. I'm not sure what that really means. His stats are movement 5, weapon skill, ballistic skill 4+. We've got strength and toughness 3. We have got 1 wound, initiative 4+, and attacks 1. So exactly the same as a hive scum there. With leadership 7+, cool 6+, willpower 7+, and intelligence 6+. So just better mental stats than a hive scum. For a champion, it's not very good really, is it? However, he does come with a plasma pistol and fighting knife with the lie low skill as well, mesh armor, and a cult icon. Pretty damn good there in terms of the gear, plasma pistol being the real highlight there. Now, the Skinflint does count as a champion. He gets group activation 1, and he has the 6-inch bubble of leading by example there as well among this crew. Then we get the Grovellers. We get 2 of these guys, and they're quite interesting. They are movement 5, weapon skill 5+, like a Juve, ballistic skill 4+, though, average, strength toughness 3, and only 1 wound, with initiative 4+ and 1 attack. Their mental stats are 8+ on leadership, 6+ on cool, 8+ on willpower, and intelligence 7+. So not great stats-wise. However, they get access to either a fighting knife and either a long rifle or shotgun. So you get a fighting knife, and you can take either a long rifle or a shotgun. You've got 2 of these guys. You really could mix it up. Personally, I'm probably going to take 2 long rifles and just sit them back as snipers, have a little gun squad of snipers. You've got a plasma pistol for when people get up close and personal. It's pretty nice. I do really like the long rifle, but shotguns are great too. So it really is up to you, what the rest of your gang's got. Do you need snipers, or do you need a bit more close range sort of fire support, and knockback and scatter and stuff can be pretty damn good in tight games. They also come with lie low as well, which is a decent skill, but they don't come with any other war gear or special rules at all. So no bodyguard on these guys, which is quite unusual compared to the other alliances. No bodyguard or indentured fighter in this case, unfortunately. So that's the Guild of Coin in a nutshell. I haven't actually used them, but I've played against them, and they're pretty decent, really. You know, having average ballistic skill on shooty free guys that you get, those gangers with the shotguns and the long rifles. You've got the plasma pistol there. They're a decent party, and they're really, very fun and fluffy and engaging to add to your games of Necromunda. Of course, no official Games Workshop models, but as you can see here, relatively easy to kit bash something up here and paint something up real nice for the Guild of Coin. I think these guys are really, really awesome, and yeah, I definitely recommend using them. They're a decent alliance overall. They're certainly not one of the best ones, but they're certainly not one of the worst either. They're sort of mid-tier, I suppose. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on the Guild of Coin. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll be back with another video real soon. Peace out.